Hello, we're back and we're getting right into it with a few questions that, well, no one has asked me. What the best way to get into it was to introduce myself by answering questions I found online that will just give an insight and some direction as to where I'd like this platform to go moving forward because, you know, we've grown, we've changed, but also we haven't. So let's just get right into it, yeah? Well, these questions are deep. Am I allowed to skip some? Some of them are quite intense here. How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? That's a bit of a trip, isn't it? How old would you be if you didn't know how old you are? I'm going to say 23. 23 really, like I'm not saying that I picked at 23. My gosh, God forbid. But there was so much that happened in my life in the year during which I was 23 that shaped who I am today and forever. And for the best, for the worst, 23 was quite pivotal for me. I think 19 was pretty cool as well. In saying that though, I refused to acknowledge that I could age past 19, so I did not acknowledge my 20th birthday. Those who know me know that I celebrated my 19th birthday first anniversary, 19th birthday second anniversary until 23, and 23 was just, oof, yeah, that was a good year. I say it was a year, but yeah, I'll say 23. When do you stop calculating risks and rewards? Just do it. For me personally, well, it has to be for me personally who's gonna answer this. I think I always, like, it's always a calculated risk regardless. It's just an amount of how much awareness do you have, how much information do you have, and how much are you willing to lose / gain. I draw the line where I don't have enough information to take that risk or to make that decision. So I tend to stop at the point where the information that I have doesn't feel like it's enough. But if I have information that feels like it's enough, I'll go for it. Sometimes information isn't enough and you can only realize in hindsight that, oh, I didn't know this and didn't know that. But as long as I feel comfortable with what I know, I'll go for it. What one piece of advice would you offer a newborn? Please take your naps seriously. Please sleep when you need to sleep. There's no naps out here, at least that I'm aware of. At least not as many. So yeah, when it's time to nap, just sleep. Like, what else are you doing? You're a newborn. Sleep, relax. What are you avoiding? I am avoiding restarting this chapter, not even restarting this chapter, but re-entering this chapter of putting content online, of putting myself online. I've avoided this for a while now. I'm very sad to say. It's been actually years of avoidance. So this in itself is a huge step for me. Please clap for me. This is huge. So yes, I'm happy to be doing this and just taking the jump and going for it for once and for all. And just because it's very vibesy, I enjoy doing it. I just don't know I haven't done it in so long. I'm always giving myself excuses, and that has stopped right now. Right now, yeah. Which worries you more? Doing things right or doing the right things? That's a tricky, I mean, I guess they're all tricky, because if you do things right and they're not the wrong things, no, actually it's the other way. That hasn't said it for me. I'm more worried about doing the right things as opposed to doing things right, because you could do nonsense, but as long as you do it right, that's okay. No. I feel like doing the right thing is more important because you will learn to do it right eventually, but just doing things right regardless of what they are, that's at least how I've understood the question. If joy became the national currency, what kind of work would make you wealthy? Dancing. Honestly, wow, like, okay, that answer was a bit too dramatic, but the truth is, so many of the questions that revolve around happiness for me can be answered in dancing and food. Like, dancing and food, yeah, dancing would definitely be, like, I would be wealthy, and no matter the style, the venue, the location, how long, I could dance. I'm not gonna say I could dance for free, because I could, and I think we all have, like at a party, at the club, we're dancing. So yes, my answer would be dancing. Have you been the kind of friend you'd want as one? Yes, absolutely. Not to sound self-absorbed or anything. But I feel like my friends are so lucky to have a friend like me, and I know how that sounds, oh my gosh. But I go above and beyond for those that I care about, and I have an investment, an emotional investment in their joy, in their happiness. So when my friends are winning and are doing well, I feel like I'm winning and doing well. So definitely, yes, if lol, some freaky Friday, if I woke up one day and I met myself in third person, I think I'd be so excited. Yeah, I genuinely think I'm a good friend and I'd be happy to meet me as a friend. Um, we're always making choices. Are you choosing for your story or someone else's? This is a good one because for the longest time, I made choices based on what other people would think. People who I held in high esteem, people who I thought I thought having their respect and acceptance would mean the world. I chose things based on them, and I made some pretty life-changing decisions based on, will this make this person happy or will I get approval from this person? And it wasn't until a series of life events, which we'll get into sometime, and we've talked about before, but it wasn't until a series of events where, that quote that goes like, no one's coming to save you. That it found me for the first time when I was in the depths of just wallowing, looking for approval. And yeah, it was a realization that there's no rehearsal. Like when you dance, you'll have a practice run. When you act, you'll have a script, blah blah blah. But the overall theme, the life itself that we're living, there's no part two, there's no plan B. Like it's literally, well, there is plan B, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it's not, this is it. Like this is the one chance that I have to enjoy my life. And yes, I've been living it for me since then. I know I've made some people upset for living for myself, but I'm so much happier for it that I think if they're going to be upset, stay upset. Like that's on your life. In this my life, I'm a happy gal. Would you rather have less work to do or more work you enjoy doing? Less work to do. Let's be serious. Okay, let me personally be serious. Because I feel like as much as I do enjoy what I get to do, and I feel so lucky that I get to work on I get to work on projects where I'm 100% passionate, I'm invested in them, I want to see them succeed. If you woke me up and told me, do you want to dance or do you want to work, I'm always gonna pick dance. Let's be serious here. What would you say is the one thing you'd like to change in the world? Gosh, this is dread because there's so, like, the first thing obviously is just like, and I don't want to diminish this or downplay the seriousness of it, but world peace, because I think there's so much happening in the world right now that has people feeling so helpless, myself included. There's not much that we can do because we're just in our teeny tiny homes doing like teeny tiny jobs, going on a little health walks, whatever it is, and we see these people in positions of power making decisions that are affecting all of us, and it's like, come on now, behave yourselves, like at the very least. So yeah, I think just the way that people in power communicate to people who are not in power, and communicate could be anything. Communicate in terms of the way they treat them, the way they don't listen to them, the way they put them in situations that are unsafe. Like it's, what are those noises? I don't know what's going on here. But yes, communication and just world peace, because I think we're living through some very grim times, and we no longer have the capacity to just process what's going on, and it's a lot. So yeah, that. What is the one job or cause or activity that could get you out of bed happily for the rest of your life? And are you doing it right now? Oof, that is heavy. I'm gonna say yes and no, because for the most part, I'd like to say that I've designed a life that I'm happy living. I enjoy the things that I get to do. I love the people that I've managed to surround myself with, and I live in a very, like, privileged first of all, but I live in a very curated space that I've curated myself, and that's mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm building the life that I want as I go along. However, The question is, are you doing that right now? Yes, I'm loving my life right now, but what's the one job that would get me out of bed happily for the rest of my life? I like to call myself a jack of all trades. I don't know if I am, but it depends on what I'm doing, and it needs to be different every day. I could be, you know what? Scratch all that. The answer is dancing. Let's come on and be serious. The answer is dancing. Which is worse, failing or never trying? This is pretty obvious, right? I think never trying is worse, but failing feels devastating. Like, the truth is, no one wants to admit or accept that they failed at anything, and it hurts, and it's kind of a setback. It could be big or small failures, but like, when you put your effort into something, when you put your heart into something, when you put your energy into something, and then it doesn't work out and it fails, it does feel horrendous. And in the moment, it feels like, oh my gosh, what was the point of anything? Oh god, I'm just like now replaying moments like in the recent past where something hasn't worked out the way I wanted it to, and not potentially, but essentially was a failure. But I think never trying is worse, because, like, not to be cliche again, but the reality is you failed by default when you don't try, because you had at least a 50% chance of scoring, of winning, of investing whatever it is when you try. But when you don't try, you've already hit that 0% without, like, no effort but no returns. So yes, never trying is worse, I think, but it's also more comfortable because, again, you don't deal with the phase we just talked about. You're not devastated, you're just... Why do we dislike things we dislike and like the things we never seem to do? Well, because the things that we dislike are things that we have to do usually, and the things we never seem to do are the things that we like, but we don't have time to do them because we're doing things that we don't like, we dislike. I mean, yeah. Whew. What are you most grateful for? Wow, just one thing, because this answer could change anytime. I have so many things I'm grateful for. Oh my god. My motto is gratitude. If you did not know, I practice so much gratitude. But actually, you know what? Good idea. I'll pick one thing every week. Today, the thing that I'm most grateful for is my health. My health has had reason to be tumbling and, spiraling, but she's held it together. And this is especially like at the time of the season, spring going into winter. I start crumbling usually. I haven't crumbled yet. It gets dusty, it gets rainy, all that stuff usually would be a sign nothing's happened. So cross your fingers it stays that way. Touching all the wood, touching all the wood. But yeah, so my health is something that I'm most grateful for. And I think I should end that there, like on that nice positive note. It's been so weird being back, but it's been so nice. I do feel like I'm coming back into myself. I do feel at home. It does feel like coming home in the strangest way possible, because it's been a while since I spoke like this to you. But like, there's no one here, and yet I know you're on the other side of this, so it's exciting, and I can't wait to have more conversations like this. We'll talk about a wide spectrum of things. This was just, welcome on board, getting to know ya kind of thing. But I think we'll talk about things to do with health, emotional health usually, because that's where I think I have a bit of a say. We'll talk about design. I'm excited about all of this, but I'm most excited about the way that I'm going to approach it, because it's not just design like you think you know it, although I don't know what you think you know, so let me not, But yes, we'll talk about design, we'll talk about I say spatial design, not spatial, but spaces, the spaces around us. But even more importantly, the spaces inside us, because I don't think we talk about that enough, or at least I haven't talked about that as much as I'd like to, and I'd like to get into that. And things that set the vibe, and we're going for good vibes, we're going for adventurous vibes, we're going for funny vibes, exciting vibes. Your girl has been pole dancing, but you know that. Your girl has been fire dancing, you did not know that. I've been swimming, I've been going on big walks. It's been such a good rush, and I can't wait to take you on this journey with me. But yeah, I'll keep it brief-ish. I'm looking at the time. Yeah, this is brief-ish. Let's stop there for now. I'll see you all again depending on when you see this, I'll see you again either on Saturday, on Monday, or on Thursday. One of those, also because I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided. I haven't started editing this yet. I don't know how long that's going to take me. And It might take a short while, it might take a while. Your girl has been rusty for a bit in this field. Bear with me, but keep the notifications turned on. That way you'll be aware immediately the next video drops, you're in. For now, let's keep it sweet and talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Bye.